Hey everyone, I haven't done a video in quite a while. I haven't bought too much stuff, and I moved. So I know it's not like moving in the army. I moved one town over, but still, pain in the butt. So, a little busy. Working two jobs, moving. So I haven't been doing much. I have bought a few things. For my Floyd Little, I've posted some of this stuff. For my Floyd Little set, 1968 Floyd Little, cornflakes, no photo. It's not like there's two versions, like a photo, no photo. This is all there is. They never had one with a picture. This is Papa 2, one higher, the other one's 6.5, and that's in the cornflakes master set. So, that'll do for, I'll take this. It popped up on eBay for buy it now, and I wasn't going to sit there. This is a card you don't want to sit there and just wait. So I snagged that up. Another one, this one popped up. It's not a card, it's an autograph. And it was auctioned, and it was already graded PSA DNA, so I didn't have to worry about that. That made it easier. And so I started a new PSA DNA set. This one is much smaller than the Hall of Fame set. This is PSA DNA Gem in 10, Buzz Aldrin, Apollo 11. Second man to walk on the moon. So I'm doing the Moonwalkers set. All 12 who have walked on the moon. I bought this for very cheap. And he did not walk on the moon, but he was on Apollo 12. Dick Gordon. Got this for real cheap. And then I have another inbound for that set, but I'm going to send it into PSA DNA. So, as you saw, I posted earlier, I went to a Broncos Alumni event last night. I've done one before. How I get invited to these is I work at a winery, and we sponsor the Broncos alumni events. And so we get into these events, and usually, the last time there weren't that many Broncos. I think there were only like 4 or 5. And this one was it was a donation, a charity type, but it was also a recognition of the sponsors. So it was actually a lot of fun. And I had an 8x10 with the Broncos alumni logo in the middle, but that got filled up because my parents went to an event before I started working at the winery. They got it all signed. And I went to an event and got that signed. And then it pretty much got filled up. So I'm like, well, I need to get another one, but I couldn't find one. So my fiance and I yesterday went to get football. And Terrell Davis was supposed to be there. So I'm like, well, I want a football just for Terrell Davis. So I went and bought like the NFL Brown football. And then I found, I'll show you one. And then they only had one. And so then we ended up going to the Broncos team store, and they had one of those white leather footballs, which I think are perfect for autographs. So I went ahead and bought that, and it was actually pretty cheap. It was a lot cheaper than I was expecting. And so I took that with me, and I was going to get everyone else to sign that. So we show up to the event, and some of the Broncos already know us. And so Larry Brunson, who we've actually become pretty good friends with, he played for the Broncos, Chiefs, and Raiders. And he's with the Broncos Alumni Association now. He came up to us for a talk, and my fiance, she's a sports fan too, but she doesn't like how many autographs I have, and she doesn't have any. So she's like, from now on, all autographs are ours. So I'm like, all right. So she pulled out the football. She goes, would you mind signing this for us? And we've met Larry plenty of times before, so we have his autograph already, but he was like, yeah, sure. So he signed it. He was like, I'll be right back. And he took the football with him. And my boss, she sat there. She goes, oh, you're not going to see that for a while. And he comes back, surprised that there were that many Broncos, because it's not like they were wearing tags or anything. They're just, and a lot of them are old-timers, so this is what I get back. So, yeah, I was only expecting to get, like, 5 or 6 for the night. And so, one I was disappointed about was Carl Mecklenburg, because I saw him when I first got there. And I guess he left early, so I never got Carl Mecklenburg. I'm kind of upset about that. And then Red Miller, who was the Broncos coach in the late 70s and took him to the first Super Bowl 12, he was there. And they made an announcement about Red Miller being there, because he doesn't go to many public events. And I didn't see him on the football either. And I look over at his table, and he was gone. I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I missed getting Red Miller's autograph. Like, that was the one I was actually disappointed about. And so, my fiance and I, were leaving for the night, because I had to go to work at like 1 in the morning, because I had to leave early. So we left, and on the way out, we bumped into Red Miller, and he's getting up there in age, so he's in a walker. I don't want to, have him sign us. I'm just like, hey, nice to meet you. And, just shook his hand. We left. So we go to stop in the restroom. He's in the restroom, and he leaves, and I leave, and we're both standing outside the restroom. He's waiting on his wife, I'm waiting on my fiance. I'm sitting there in the back of my head, I'm like, hurry up, to my fiance, I'm like, hurry up, so we can get him to sign it. So she comes out, and I started talking to him, I'm like, would you mind signing football? He's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Then we realized that Larry, who went and got all these autographs, never gave us the Sharpie back. Luckily, I brought 3 Sharpies, 1 black, 1 blue, and 1 orange. So my fiance pulls out an orange Sharpie, and he signs it. So his is an orange, Coach Red Miller. And his wife was really nice, and she's like, well, you got a lot of autographs tonight. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Larry went and grabbed the football. He was the first one to sign it. He took the football and just took it around himself and got them all to sign it. She's like, yeah, Larry does that a lot. And I'm like, I just laughed. So that's pretty much what happened. I honestly don't know how many autographs I got. I know Billy Thompson was there. I've met Billy before, and because he's best friends with Larry, so those two hang out all the time, so I see those two a lot. And I don't see him on this, but that's fine, because I already have his autograph on the 8x10. But, yeah, it was a fun night. I was not expecting this many autographs. I was expecting this football to last me like 2, 3 alumni events, not just one. So I need to go get another one. So that's all I have. I'm gonna have to put this one on display. We went from when we moved, we went from a 2-bed to a 1-bed. So we ended up getting a storage unit, and all my memorabilia is in the storage unit. I know, sad. I can't display it. Real sad. But this is one thing that my fiance's like, we need to put this up. So I think we're gonna put it up on the wall or something in the living room and actually show this off, because it's awesome. So that's all I have. I don't know if I'm going to send any cards in the PSA this month. I might have to for the Floyd Little set. There's one card that I have that is not on the master set yet. And actually, none of them are graded. So I'm going to have to do that so I can bump the other guy down, move up. And then I have a stack of, it's a mess right now, but I have a stack of all my Hall of Fame autographs I need to send in PSA DNA, and they're doing a $15 sale this month. So I'm going to have to do a few, whatever I can afford. So that's all I have. Hope everyone else has a good month, and talk to y'all later.